Welcome to part one of the book finale of Diary of a Mohican Kid, The Next Level. Now, before we get into that, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And now let's continue. Chapter 13, Part 1, After Camp Ho. Nina wasn't the type of girl to have a negative mindset, no. She used to feel like an older sister fast forward. Since Aiden cheated on Nina whenever he'll go over at his ex's house, Nina felt sort of bummed, then completely went out with Marshall. Marshall told me Nina's a hoe because Nina isn't trustworthy of staying put, if you know what I mean. Nina revealed she's actually now going out with Brandon, who acted all charming or better. Brandon's revealed as a demon disguise, not gonna lie. But Nina, on the other hand, had a darker side of her, building up something extra terrifying as heck. Around Camp Hope's timeline, while putting my head next to Nina's, Nina whispered herself in my ear, keeping memories of horror, revealed to be a foster home. Nina got raped before 18 times. But that's not all. In case y'all didn't know, Nina was afraid of telling me something truly hidden beneath. Around December 2021 or in fall 2021, when I lived inside Summer Golski's house, I called Nina up inside my room. And before a mess occurred, I was at the teen center in Anderson, California, when out of nowhere, Nina splats up how she sacrificed myself from Brandon finding where I lived. She goes into detail too about how her getting jumped into Caleb's blood gain. Me and Nina were crying on the phone a lot. Sorry. It got more complicated afterwards. Because now Anthony Johnson just straight up kidnaps Nina, forcing her inside his brother's of Caleb's house. Instead, Nina told me this on the phone inside my room. Later weeks go by and shockingly enough, things were bound to get worse. Chapter 13, Part 2, The Ugly Truth. That call spooked a little dark paths within me and Nina's relationships. But honestly speaking, finding out Anthony Johnson had sex with her is a giant frick you. I was ready to load up like how John Wick does it, but Nina told me not to. Sadly enough, one day Nina's friends were killed dead dog, no cap. Finding out the situation around Darlene's living space as my next foster home. This had hecka dark sides contained into its atmosphere, yet December 2021 is my darkest season ever. Once returning back to Reading, after Dad took me and had full custody of me, Nina called once more turned deadly emotional nevertheless. Nina's behavior was very strange when she admitted Brandon exposed Nina's cuts all over her body. Posting those snaps on social media went loose, disturbing mosted mainly about Nina's foster mom. Ever wonder who Nina's real parents are? Comes finding out every time I ask Nina who her parents were. Nina rather would be protective over telling the truth. Nina's real name was leaked on a call. Is Nina hiding something she doesn't want no one finding otherwise? January 2022 hit rock bottom, and I remember Nina's final words stated a while back. This is Nina, and I want to know if Nick's okay. Just leave me a voice message as soon as you can. Except, creepy enough, me and my father heard her voice message close towards midnight. Last month's visit was the biggest plot twist being Nina was dead. That explains how she always used to say she's never got out of bed. Who was behind this? Nina's foster mom. Another piece factor was that Nina used drugs and her foster mom forced Nina into those drugs, overdosing Nina, which means she took advantage of Nina herself. Present day. Yeah, my life's a story. So whenever I have dreams or see Nina's shadow lighted into a ghost, she's always there. Inside treatment, in order towards graduation Mohican, I gotta make Nina proud by doing this for her. Chapter 14, Thursday / my birthday. Today's my birthday, the birthday I have been waiting for. Even though Oscar was tripping yesterday, Mr. Gooseby saw Oscar do all kinds of things of different stuff. Oscar tried doing self-harm like a straight demon, yet now Mr. Gooseby actually sent Oscar towards the somewhat nearest hospital. Oscar's evil, and I'm kind of glad we don't got to deal with him again. Now, ever wonder how Oscar's able about coming back? I saw him outside our Mustang's great room, and he's stuck inside the Gladiator dorm at least a little bit perhaps. My birthday hadn't failed me just yet, only because everyone across campus has wished me a happy birthday. I felt sort of bummed alone wishing mom was here, and that's understandable. Now, realizing Nina has always been there, I'm still alone without those true family and friends. Mr. Pearson asked me if I wanted my father off my contact list, but totally making a terrible decision wasn't terrible enough. Talking about me being alone towards Dory, listening about me being honest is extra depressing. Not feeling good has its days, cause these purposes legacy themselves about ones we've lost has true meaning explosively. One of the most problematic traumas people have facing growing up around turning 17 years old is preparing adulthood. County workers forget about you afterwards. You'd think life's gonna get any better. Then you're working minimum wage at a job you don't adore. One more year left, and pretty much you're done from that point on. I'm always wishing another dawn rising up, whether saving friends could come optional as of right today. More backlash with me and Ryder Vulgar in 2021 beginning and end. Chapter 14, How Me and Ryder First Met. Moving into Clay Street while getting a closer look felt brand new. My mom in early 2021 was just moved into the neighborhood, buying the street-sided apartment. Around my first week or two, Ryder Volger didn't intentionally meet myself until one day around the Super Bowl season. Ryder was doing some Tokyo/ninjutsu. Walking towards Ryder's Kung Fu Patash, I asked him if I can play with him, so Ryder taught me those martial art moves himself. The Tristells came over to my family's Super Bowl Ben watch against another team. Tom Brady switched football teams before quitting the NFL in 2022 because you really think Tolan Tristell's greedy fat ass, my bad for cussing, cared anyways, right? Nope, he had literally just let me introduce Ryder to him. And after that, weird enough, Tolan never spoke about Ryder Volger's name since that Super Bowl season happened. Me and Ryder began hanging out more often, and once heat waves blew full steam, Joy gave myself a GoPro to create videos plus record daily lifestyle content. This already turned it as a win-win in between both hobbies mixed up together. Ryder was going to star as a villain named Dr. Slayer for my upcoming film titled The Nick Bruce Movie, supposedly ready to blast off onto YouTube. November 2021 planned its persona with no surprise being added. This also mainly growth strong bonds while friendship is lasted forever. Never could or can legends ever die. Friendships never die. Stories do have rise and fall some, unfortunately enough. Until afterwards, you'll see its rise once more. When getting stuck through the foster system, Darlene wasn't a temporary home for me to live in, but calling out Ryder Volger one day on a phone given from Summer Rogolski before her and me not going to live had high hopes of getting along, Ryder planned a sleepover at my house, and Darlene discussed to Ryder's mother about this game plan. Darlene eventually drove back in my old neighborhood, aka Clay Street, but scary and awkwardly enough, I stopped right next to Mom's place. Hiding inside shaded windows felt scary, especially when your mother may spot you at any given second. Ryder Volger jumped into Darlene's vehicle, hopped right next from where I kept sitting, and Darlene put the pedal to the metal. We stopped by Walmart just so we can have tons of snacks eaten on sleepovers, price paid nevertheless. Going back, Ryder picked my bottom bunk beds, which meant I picked a top road section. Darlene let us stay late, and she went sleeping after 9 p.m. Me and Ryder watched Netflix inside her living room, carpet floor. Choosing babysitter, Killer Queen isn't mostly awful until night one ended smoothly. Night two wouldn't be the same thanks to Caleb Johnson's evil blood game tribe taking over horror's selfish little self. Me and Ryder hanged out inside Darlene's garage, including a heavy-weighted punching bag used for training our mighty fists. I explained about me and Nina's situation to Ryder himself, and things couldn't get any much more awful. Am I correct? Yes, they can. Brandon's weird but older brother made sexual harassment and comments, my bad, because he found my own phone number. He tried spamming all over those crazy text messages he'll be sending me, and after Ryder looked into detail, Ryder started freaking out. Caleb's doom wasn't over once nighttime began meshing faster. I kind of wanted to forget about this crisis, so Ryder told myself I'm ignoring Brandon's old pedophile extractedness. Not gonna lie, period, but ignoring Brandon's backfired. To tell you the truth, he tried scaring Ryder and me, thinking we're possibly dead meated anyways. I gave Ryder a tight hug, crying a lot. It's over for the both of us. About it's over for the both of us, my bad. Ryder went about this till 3 a.m., falling asleep and waking up later. After having a sleepover done deal, Ryder kept calling me back. Caleb's mess kept continuing, so unfortunately Ryder stopped calling me over really a year's straight year. A couple times I'd call him back during living in a group home named around Merced, California. You'd think Ryder be happy when he means well overall, but no. He'll be scared and hang up in less than 10 seconds. About December 2022, Ryder Vogler finally caught back up on Google Duo, so Ryder revealed he needed a break from Caleb's traumatizing events. Plot twist: Caleb won, and after I left California, he invaded Clay Street full of gangsters like him. I totally witnessed how bad Caleb outdid Caleb Clay Street dirty. On his Instagram page, Caleb Johnson disturbingly video recorded his blood game fighting each other, ball and fist 1v1, a potential blood dynasty. Now time's gone farther past, and Kenneth said Caleb's moved out of Clay Street months ago. Caleb's rage may return one day. I've had unlimited amounts theorizing Caleb would get his sinister revenge if going back to California seems exactly what he would have been waiting so long for. Things change a lot when Nick Bruce, myself, takes mantle into another slate. Birthdays as all of a sudden feel as getting older don't suddenly fail miserably left behind cage bars. My second book to third book looks almost complete because after I was completing my second book, guys, during the time, it was very difficult because I had a lot going on. But now that I'm almost completing this third book, maybe preparing book three's no. I'll be honest, guys. The original two Diary of a Mohican Kid books, book one was actually book 0, and book 1 for Secret Agenda was that. So then this was going to be book 2, but they ended up becoming book 3, so it can make sense for you guys. So yeah, book 0 was going to be the Mustangs Chaos. It was going to be the backstory, but it ended up not being that way. So I'm just trying to explain to you guys why I keep getting all confused and looking like I'm pausing for a second, changing up the titles or the names or the numbers for the books. So I'll just letting you know the details. Yes, having Privs on my B-Day does relieve less anxiety. Although Matt defeat accomplished more respect, whoever I deal next could mostly point out one finger after the next finger is being pointed at. Consider achieving the next level's progress. A real villain should have choose Caleb Johnson over Travis Bogosian, aka my dad, but who's plotting secret stakes, honestly speaking? Miss Hacker, Caleb Johnson, Travis B., which I ain't gonna say his full name because I accidentally said it, and I shouldn't be doing that, so... Oscar, Mr. Matt, or Matthew C. To be continued for Chapter 15's closer up to Act 4, aka the final act. Chapter 15, Part 1, diving deeper into a more insight further below. Friday. Things have been falling back on me longer than I could have imagined. Jonathan, aka John B., isn't comfortable with me anymore. He thinks I spy or stare at him or follow him side around. Not gonna lie, what's the problem when Pierce stare? Yes, I was on some holy bull this morning, but John made me realize that inside Mohican Youngstar Academy, nobody's gonna be your friend, especially while following a friend around. Not only won't John be okay to talk to me, but after cooling down, John was willing to talk to myself again. I kind of not understood why John got over it super quick, yet letting problems aside is better than nothing letting aside. Miss Mac, I felt like be jokey way too dang much. John thought a few weeks ago or less, Miss Mac's been messing with his treatment all the time. Some here because I'm starting to notice a pattern between those edges. Group leaders shouldn't begin messing around within Mohican Youngstar Academy. Miss Mac one day tried making a unsanitary late April Fool's prank towards Desmond about becoming a Viking peer. She put the Vikings hoodie in front of Desmond's face, then 15 to 5 minutes, seconds, my bad, it goes by, and Miss Max said, "Just kidding around." I explained this issue at Mr. Matt's therapy session, intentionally giving up nor stopped talking about its potential, its ruining treatment's protocols. Mr. Matt wasn't really agreeing, played plain and simple. We got a huge day tomorrow, and I'll never lie when I say this. But after softball's last game ended, me Mustangs lost against those Buccaneers. Thanks a lot, Matthew C. Now the Bucks are going to complete without any Mustangs involved. They're going to complete the games. Even while dodgeball succeeded for us Mustangs, nothing would have standed a chance that the Buccaneers made such a great planning coming into our dodgeball tournaments. Voila, masterpiece. I'm not 100% sure where leaving off towards the softball field around 9:30 a.m. is great, saying least for last. Overall, before chapter 16 possibly being the last chapter in this journal, I think finally revealing what Dad did inside his house during January 2022 shall explain my train of thought starting now. And that'll be continued on. My father's dark side agenda begins now. If you enjoyed today's podcast / audiobook, make sure to hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't. And yes, like I said before, or no, I haven't said that before. Follow me on Money Heist Little 15. Okay, there's a lot of mistakes in these episodes, but I want to make it good for you guys because the next episode will be the last episode for book 3, and then we'll continue on from that. So I'll catch you guys next time, and peace out. But anyways, I gotta go because, I gotta take a massive crap, and I can't really say a bad word because if I do, then it's gonna look bad on me. I know I said some bad words here and there, but it's because I made mistakes, and I can't really go back to that, you know what I'm saying? Because I was on a perfect track record of making this podcast / audiobook, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But anyways, as I look out the window and try to figure out what I'm going to do for the day, I hope you guys are having a nice weekend upcoming because school's going to be tough and senior year's almost ending for me. So, yeah. But even though I got suspended, and I still got suspended right now, yeah, I hope you guys are okay for the most part. And I'm not going to keep talking, but I just want to clarify one more thing. There will be an announcement soon for the 4th Diary of a Mohican Kid book, and then the rest of the saga will be revealed later on. So, hope you guys are prepared for that because it's coming soon, and yeah, it's going to be announced, and hope you guys understand that because when it gets announced, it's going to happen. So, on my community post, be up to date, be on notifications because it's going to get really crazy and it's going to be unfolding very soon what the next installment for the Diary Mohican Kid series is. Now, before I also go, I just want to also clarify something. There is another video I'm coming out with soon. Now, I said about Nick Bruce Short Season 4 getting delayed till March 2025, and which is true, it got delayed, and the last installment ended on December 26th, or December of the end of the year, which was December 31st. The next installment releases this March, so be prepared, because hopefully we're in the end times right now, you know what I'm saying? So, peace.